By the end of this video, you're going to know more about ADHD extended-release stimulant medication than your pharmacist. Categories. I ranked each extended-release stimulant, the ability to dial in dosing with the available capsules. How effective is this medication? How efficacious is it generally? And S is for science. How it absorbs in the body is really how the magic happens. And then, of course, access, which means picking it up from the pharmacy as well as getting it covered. Toleration, which is the absence or presence of side effects. Along the way, we're going to talk about all those things. Coming in at number 10, Concerta, with a score of 8. We're going to jump into the science and technology of this one first, because when you pick this tablet up, it's hard, like an oblong shape. When it's around in your gut, then the water pressure pulls the medication out of a laser drilled hole. So this technology is very unique, but it doesn't work so good compared to the microbead technology of all the other capsules. It's a long duration, and it's a really great way to assess patients for toleration of a methylphenidate medication, but the dosing is not good at all. However, the access is really good on this one because insurances really like it. Number 9, dexedrine spandules. Vyvanse, lisdexamfetamine, turns into dexedrine. So dexedrine spandules is a capsule that it's the closest thing you're going to get to Vyvanse. But the dosing isn't so good. They only make 5, 10, and 15 milligrams. You got to get in the whole mix and match thing. It's a single amphetamine as opposed to a combination, just straight dextroamphetamine. It's a little bit more potent, so you might be affected in sleep. But if you do good on Vyvanse, if for whatever reason you can't get your hands on it, you're going to like dexedrine spandules. It's one of the original OG stimulants on the shelves in the pharmacy back in the day. Number 8, we got aptensio, is a methylphenidate extended release capsule. I gave it an 11. I have the least amount of experience with aptensio. Insurances don't cover it often. It's hard to get. I don't know if this one's too popular. You could run into a PA issue, or you could run into a pharmacy issue. That's most likely. Are they even going to have it in stock? But if you're motivated and you really want that one, you can get it. We're coming in at number 7. Ritalin long-acting is a great medication. You can think of it as the counterpoint to Adderall. It's a methylphenidate extended-release medication. It's 20 milligrams. It comes in a capsule of 50-50, meaning 50% of the microbeads absorb in the beginning of the day and 50% of the beads later in the day, so 2 phases. However, it's not the same thing as taking an immediate-release tablet. Even though they call them immediate-release beads, they're still slower absorbed because the coating has to break down. So we can think of it as beginning of the day, end of the day. And it's a really great starting point, but I gave it a little bit lower of score because I've been running into issues with coverage. It seems like these days a methylphenidate, they just want you to start on Concerta or this one. Now, this is a sneaky one. Metadate CD, controlled duration. Now, this one got a 12.5 because you can get into the weeds. It's important too because you're going to have to make sure you get the right thing. I think with these methylphenidate extended release medications, I do believe that it is true. Even the pharmacists might not know the differences. So educate yourself on the medication you're taking. If you have a good start of the day, 70 is really going to help bring you into the evening. And insurances like this one a lot better. All right, now we got some fun ones coming in at number 5. Have you heard of it before? Probably not. Mydayis. It's not Adderall XR, it's like Adderall XR turbocharged. It lasts 16 hours. The science and technology on this thing is pretty wild. Immediate release beads, intermediate release beads, extended release. 3 phases. Here's the thing about this one. Because it's Adderall, the same combination of amphetamine, levoamphetamine and dextroamphetamine, it went generic sooner. So I found that even though my D.O.S.E. was harder to prescribe initially, it seemed to have gone generic quickly because I have patients on generic extended release in the same sort of capsule technology, the triphasic extended release microbead. Now, here's the thing about my D.O.S.E. For all you people out there that's like, oh yeah, I can handle it. Even if you're on 40 milligrams of Adderall XR, that doesn't mean that you're going to do okay with my D.O.S.E. First of all, the duration is super long. I would say the 5% of my patients at most are on my D.O.S.E. because most people don't require this level of stimulation, but for the folks that do, it's really great. But you always want to titrate it no matter what because that 50 milligram is pretty hefty. So be careful out there. We got the internet's favorite Vyvanse, the smooth stimulant. What can I say about Vyvanse? All my patients call it the smooth stimulant. Lisdexamfetamine turns into dexedrine. But the prodrug element, your liver has to eat it up and spit it back out. And for people that do good on Adderall, but Adderall's too activating, Vyvanse is good. Now, while I'd say it's the most efficacious medication, people can still have issues with coverage. There's some people that just are Adderall responders. And I tend to think there's this sort of ceiling for Vyvanse. So it's hard to give it the high scores on other things, but it's coming in pretty strong at number 4 with a 13.5. The smooth stimulant. All right, number 3. We got a sneaky one here. We got focalin XR, dexmethylphenidate. So methylphenidate or ritalin, dexmethylphenidate, is a synthetic version of it. It was actually invented in the 50s. As opposed to the 30s, and it was to make it more tolerable. So it's a more potent or stronger version, so you only need 10 milligrams, not 20. And it begs the question, why not always prescribe focalin? Because it wouldn't be covered, and because so many people do good on methylphenidate. Methylphenidate's a really great way to test tolerance and response. But if someone has issues, then we can move it along to focalin. But I'd say people on the autism spectrum tend to do well with focalin, and they're like, yes, finally. Coming in at number 2, we got a two-way tie, but I'm going to go with this one first. 14.5 Adderall XR. I mean, what can you say? Adderall XR is a combination of 1 part levoamphetamine and 3 parts dextroamphetamine. But I'd also say that it can be the thing that makes people feel a bit agitated. So if you are agitated with Adderall XR, you're going to go over to Vyvanse, likely if you get a good response from it. So Adderall XR, what can you say about it? It's a great medication. It's widely available. It's covered now. It's not the only ADHD extended-release stimulant out there. No, sir. My favorite of all of them is a methylphenidate extended release called Jornay PM, and I hope they make an amphetamine version of this. And now, here's what the technology does. You take it at night, and when you take the medication at night, it absorbs in your colon. So you wake up the next morning and it gently comes on, and it peaks around 12 to 2. The issue for this medication is it still has access issues. I'm not going to confidently prescribe this one unless maybe we come around to it. If someone has duration problems but good response with the methylphenidate, I'll start talking about it. And if a patient feels confident about their ability to access and acquire the medication through insurance or what have you, then it's a great option. And the dosing is awesome. I just counted down 10 extended-release stimulant medications for you. If you want to learn more about ADHD medication, I got an entire playlist for you right here. I also have a book for you in the description below. It's called Cheat Codes, How I Hacked My ADHD Brain, and You Can Too. Check out the link in the description. If you want to receive more practical tips from a nurse practitioner who won't sell you short, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next time.